Hey guys, okay, so today's lesson is going to be composition guidelines, and I just want to talk a little bit about background today. So a lot of you are sending some great photos in, but it's such a pity because you get a lot of distractions in your background. So this is basically to make you more aware of the background and to help you to see that you can make better and stronger photos if you consider the background. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in. Okay, so this is an example of my dog Poncho. So I've done rule of thirds with Poncho, and I put him on the point or whatever. The problem with the photo is that the background is really busy. Like there's the pool, there's lava, there's all sorts of things that are distracting me from the dog. So I think the first thing to be aware of is that you need to know what your subject is going to be, know what you are trying to take a photo of, what you're trying to show in the photo. If it's a story, then only include things that are going to be relevant to the story. So in this particular photo, I want to take a photo of a dog. It's very simple, and I think for the purposes of this exercise, we'll keep it as simple as possible. So I just want you to have nice, clean backgrounds. So from here, we're going to go on to this photo. So basically, I took the dog and I put him in a different position. He's been very patient with me while I did all of this. So you can see he loves to have photos taken. And I just changed my background to something that is more pleasing and my focus goes more to the dog. But I still found this a little bit distracting. Even with just a very plain background, I still found that I was getting distracted more from the background than with the dog. So I changed again and I thought, okay, well, maybe if I get a little bit closer to him, we'll get a different photo. So it's still a good photo, and I kind of get more of an idea of what I'm actually supposed to be looking at, which is the dog. And then I thought, well, you know what, I can even improve this even further. And what if I want the whole dog in the photo, for instance? So I changed my perspective completely, and I moved on to standing up and looking down at him. So his whole background is grass rather than any kind of tree or fence or anything in the background. So 100% the focus is on the dog. So you can see how the journey kind of goes with photography. And you go through these different motions. It's not just about sitting and taking a photo. You're actually making a photo. So you go through this and have to be very aware of your background. Look around your photo as you're taking the photo, and think, how can I improve this? How can I make it better? So some of you might be thinking, okay, but that's all right because, I can move the dog around and change my background. Well, let's take an example that you can't move. Okay, so here we've got a flower. Okay, so if I just took the photo, I want the flower in my thirds, and I think, okay, that's my photo. However, I think I can make this stronger. So I changed my perspective and I turned the way that I was looking at the photo. Still wanted to keep it in the thirds. And it's a better photo, but I still have distractions in here. So I have the doorknob in the way and I have the irrigation in the way, which is not really adding anything to the photo, and I don't like them there. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I can try and change my perspective like I did with the dog and shoot down. So I tried this with this, and obviously I just found that it didn't really work either. There's still a lot of information, although it's better. The background is blurred. But obviously my feet are in the photo for one, but you've got the pipe, which is still distracting, and I just thought, no, I can still do better than that. So I finished off with this. So you'll notice that I've taken it at the same angle as the second photo, but I moved myself so that the flower is actually hiding the doorknob. So it's another clever trick to learn. You can hide things with your subject. So so I moved the flower up a little bit and I turned myself slightly. So now you get quite a nice clean background. Focus is definitely on the flower. And so it just gives you a really good idea. So I think you should go. This weekend I'm not going to give you any other new videos on Saturday and Sunday. But take what you've learned over the last few days and still apply it to your photos. But be aware of the background. Start looking around your photos and making sure that it's nice and clean, that you're not adding information in that detracts from your actual subject. Just know what you actually want to take the photo of. Okay, have fun.